I'm Jody of Lambent Crochet, and for this stitch tutorial I'll be using Paintbox Yarn's Simply Chunky. It is a category 5 bulky weight yarn, and I'll be pairing it with its corresponding crochet hook, which is a J 6mm hook. Now if you are very new to crochet, I recommend that you use a yarn no lighter than a category 4 medium weight and its corresponding crochet hook. Okay, so we first begin by making our slip knot. And for this stitch tutorial, I'll be working with a small swatch of 10 stitches. So we're going to need to chain up 10 plus 3 for our turning chain. So let's go ahead and yarn over, pull through the loop for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the additional 3 for our turning chain, 11, 12, and 13. So here is our chain of 13. And to make the first double crochet, we're going to be working in the 4th chain from the hook. So here's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So to make your double crochet, you're going to yarn over and insert your hook into that 4th chain, grab the yarn and pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Now yarn over, and you're going to pull through only the first 2 loops. So 1 and 2. This is going to leave you with 2 remaining loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull through those 2 remaining loops. And that is a double crochet. Now let's go ahead and make our next double crochet. So locate the next chain right here, yarn over, insert your hook into that chain, grab the yarn, pull up a loop. So you have 3 loops on your hook, then yarn over and pull through only the first 2 loops. Now you have 2 loops remaining on your hook, yarn over, and pull through those 2 loops. One more time, we're going to yarn over, locate our next stitch or the chain right here, insert our hook into that chain, grab the yarn, pull up a loop. So it gives us 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only, leaving 2 loops on your hook, yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a double crochet in the remaining chains, and then I'll show you how to begin your second row. Okay, so here's the 9th double crochet, and here is the 10th. Okay, so this is what our first row looks like. Now to begin our second row, we're going to have to do the same turning chain that we did for our starting chain, which is a turning chain of 3. So we're going to work that up right here, and then turn our work. Now the reason why we do a chain of 3 is because that equals the same height of a double crochet stitch. So to begin our second row of double crochet, we need to first locate where the first stitch is. Now the first stitch is always attached to the base of the turning chain. So it is right here. Now if you look at your work head on, you can see the tops of the stitches all resemble little V's. So the first one is right here, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and the last one here is number 10. And if you're having a difficult time figuring out where your first and last stitches are, Feel free to use stitch markers. It will make things a lot easier and keep the stress away from worrying about how many stitches you're supposed to be making. Now to make our very first double crochet, we're going to yarn over and insert our hook under the V. Be sure you go through both loops of the V. Grab the yarn and pull up a loop, again, so it gives you 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through only the very first 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. And for our next stitch, yarn over, insert your hook under the V. Be sure you're going through both loops. Grab the yarn, pull up a loop so you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. One more time, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the next stitch. Make sure you're going underneath both loops of the V. Grab the yarn, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook now. Then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish off this row of double crochet. Now if you wanted to continue making more rows, at the end of the 10th double crochet, make your turning chain of 3 chains, turn your work, and continue the same way we did with row 2. And you can go on for as many rows as you'd like. Now at the end of this row, I'm going to show you how to tie off when you are finished. So here's my last stitch, the 10th stitch. And instead of doing a turning chain of 3, I'm only going to chain up 1 and pull that chain nice and tight. And now we're going to snip the working yarn about 4 to 6 inches away from that chain. It's very important to do so you give yourself enough yarn to work with when you want to weave in your ends. Okay, now that you've snipped the yarn, just take your hook and pull it up so the tail comes through that chain 1. Give it a little tug to make it secure. And that's how you make a double crochet. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if so, please give me a like and share some love in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell button so you'll always be notified when I have a new video uploaded. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook, so pop on over, give me a like and a follow, and you can tag me in all of your crochet related posts where you learned a new technique or pattern from watching these tutorials. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you real soon.